How's it going, folks? My name is Matt, host of the CryptoCurrency YouTube channel. Based on the title of today's video, you have a good idea of the topic of discussion. Let me start by saying this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, and please take responsibility for the decisions that you make. As always, this video is sponsored by ChangeAngel.io, the swap exchange for social good. So again, the title of the video, DigiByte potentially becoming a top 10 cryptocurrency. This is my personal opinion, but you may be asking what has led me to that opinion. If you've been on Twitter recently, you've seen just how many times DigiByte has ranked among the top altcoins in terms of social media engagement. As you can see, this tweet here from the DAO maker published on April 20th. DigiByte is among the top 7 most trending altcoins, and they are absolutely destroying the other projects out there in terms of social engagement. This other tweet here highlighting DigiByte's social engagement coming from Crypto Generation, Crypto News, and Analytics. You can see DigiByte top 5 altcoin rankings right up there with some big names in the crypto space, Chainlink and Tezos. And finally, this last one here coming from Lunar Crush, DigiByte ranking in the top 7 highest social volume, and they are right up there with the top projects in the space: Bitcoin, Ethereum, EOS, BNB, Chainlink, and XRP. So what has the DigiByte community so excited that they are ranking up there among the top players in the space in terms of social media engagement? There hasn't been any, massive news in the past couple of months or so, but still we're consistently up there. So what has the DigiByte community so excited? One, I believe, is the working products that DigiByte has to offer. That's not something a lot of projects can say in the space. Other than the fact that they have a token, they don't have a lot of working products. One example of that being Digi Assets, or the ability to launch a asset running on top of the DigiByte blockchain. Similar to an ERC20 token running on Ethereum, but Digi Assets is different in the fact that it's easy to create. It takes minutes to create your own asset, and you don't need any programming knowledge required. The same cannot be said for an ERC20 token. Another slight difference is the transaction speed of the DigiByte blockchain. Whereas Ethereum can process roughly 25 transactions per second, using SegWit, the DigiByte blockchain can process over 1,000 transactions per second, making it more practical to use in everyday life. Some examples of how Digi Assets could be used would be fractional ownership, whether you're owning fractions of a company such as stocks, or you're owning fractional pieces of property, or any other hard assets. You can own fractional ownership of them represented through a Digi Asset. Another example would be in-game currencies, the ability to buy, sell, and trade the currencies that you have in the game, whether that is weapons, armor, or actual in-game currencies that you would use within the game. Other examples of Digi Assets could be loyalty reward programs, such as you go to the same coffee shop every day buying a coffee before you go to work. Let's say you buy 10 coffees, or let's say every time you purchase a coffee, you receive 1 Digi Asset represented as a loyalty reward. Let's say you earn 10 of these assets, and you can go to that same coffee shop, cash in your 10 assets, and then get a free coffee in exchange. This was highlighted actually today. Stephen Kendall tweeted out, in the future, most celebrities will have their very own cryptocurrency or token supporting their brand, allowing their followers, fans, and supporters to earn, collect, and exchange goods and products within their community. And I tweeted back saying that's a perfect use case for Digi Assets from DigiByte. And it really, I see that happening too. You're kind of rewarding the people that follow you with similar to a loyalty reward, just engaging with your community and giving them something small back in return for their engagement. Other examples of Digi Assets could be movie tickets, or tickets to a concert or a sporting event. There's been a lot of talk recently of countries digitizing their currency, such as the digital dollar. I know China's looking into something similar too, but a stable coin running on the DigiByte blockchain is also a potential with Digi Assets. You just simply need to launch your asset and then have that asset be backed by US dollars by a 1-to-1 ratio, or have it backed by gold or some other physical asset Another working product that DigiByte has that is worth being excited about is Digi-ID. Digi-ID offers a very secure login method that is absolutely free to use. It eliminates the need for usernames and passwords, and it is highly secure. Now, for websites that would require you to have some sort of identification, such as maybe Facebook, where you need an email address to verify that that's your account, you still need your username, but this eliminates the password. So if there was ever a big data breach, a hacker would potentially get your username, but there's no way that they could ever get your password and compromise your account. Digi-ID is also available for websites to integrate for free via this WordPress plugin. Makes it easy to integrate Digi-ID and increase the security for the users of your website. Digi-ID also comes in the form for websites that have not integrated Digi-ID yet. Antum ID has created a solution where you just simply download their extension and you can generate a QR code that will generate a long and unique password for you to sign in with. An example of such a long password is found right here. This is just a Google stock image showing an example password. As you can see, it's completely random, and even though it's still using a password, it isn't true Digi-ID. It generates a very secure password, much more secure than the average person could come up with, because let's be real, as humans, we are trying to use the easiest password for us to remember, and if we have 40 different accounts, it's virtually impossible to have 40 different highly secure passwords that we can remember. We typically reuse the same password or kind of change the same password just by a little bit, and that's not necessarily secure. Digi-ID has also made some headlines recently, as highlighted in one of my most recent videos, talking about the COVID-19 alert app, where they are exploring the potential of having users log in with Digi-ID to make it that much more anonymous. And the COVID-19 alert app is among the top apps that are being kind of researched or looked into by the Belgian government to decide which application they are going to use to track COVID-19, and that's big. If this app actually gets chosen and if they integrate Digi-ID, that puts Digi-ID and DigiByte technology in the face of thousands, hundreds of thousands, potentially millions of people that otherwise had no idea what DigiByte was. The DigiByte community is also widespread across the entire planet. As you can see, the DigiByte.io website has recently been translated into roughly 30 major languages across the world. This allows nearly anyone in the world to come to this website and become educated on DigiByte technology. Once they have that education, as you can see from digibat.org, DigiByte is listed on nearly 100 different exchanges across the world. And rather than focus over here on what the exchange name is, look at this column and see where it is where that exchange is based and the market that it opens it up to. South Africa, India, Turkey, China, Hong Kong, South America, Netherlands, USA, Indonesia, New Zealand, Singapore, Melbourne, Czech Republic, Brazil, Canada, Netherlands, Australia, Gibraltar. This cryptocurrency is definitely available across the entire planet. So the last point I wanted to hit on as to why DigiByte is deserving of a top 10 recognition, top 10 title, is true decentralization. DigiByte was never an ICO. They don't have a treasure chest of funds for marketing or development. It's just a project that is being developed and promoted by volunteers across the world. There's no pay. And despite this, we are still ranking among the top projects in the space in terms of social engagement. It's coming down to people like you and me pushing DigiByte awareness out there for the entire world, and we're doing a fantastic job, clearly, as we are consistently ranking among the top 10 or top 5, top 7 altcoins in terms of social engagement. There was also no massive pre-mine of the DigiByte currency before it was launched, so that means that there's no central authority holding a mass amount that could manipulate the market any way they wish. There isn't even a company behind DigiByte that could exert some sort of control over the project. It's truly a decentralized blockchain built by the people of the world for the people of the world, and I think recent events going on in the world have kind of highlighted the vulnerabilities of centralized systems, centralized currencies, and centralized decision making. It's truly going to open up people's eyes to the need for a decentralized currency or a decentralized financial system. Whether DigiByte actually ever makes it up into the top 10 in terms of market capitalization, I don't know. I don't have the crystal ball, and I can't guarantee that. But I think the general consensus now is that this project is highly undervalued. But that will wrap up today's video, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to get notifications, like it, share it, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys later.